Welcome in to the latest episode of Talk or Go Home. Clint, Nick, Mark.
Oh my God, we're back again.
Brother, sister, everybody say.
To address the elephant in the room, David is not here.
Mark is wearing pink.
Yes.
You went from you went to school at Alabama. That's what I mean by that. You're the
How
elephant.
does that tie in?
You're the you're the elephant in the room.
I'm the elephant.
Hey,
my nieces and nephew call me Uncle Elephant.
Really?
Do they really?
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Uncle Elephant?
Uncle Elephant.
I showed a picture of you in class the other day. To your daughter's class.
Nice.
In front of your daughter.
Was it a funny picture?
Did you show them a picture of me?
Yes. It was of me, you, and Matthew at Matthew's Hall of Fame induction.
Okay, yeah.
For the Sports Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I was looking all plump in my blue blazer.
Yeah, you were tall. You were looking very tall.
Yeah, I always look tall.
I wanted to emphasize to them how tall Kaylee's dad was.
Yeah, tall guy.
So, and that nobody
Sanders!
shouldn't mess with him.
Yeah,
So,
don't mess with me, youngsters.
I don't think you
Mess
can't
with the
really.
bull.
I mean, you can tell you're tall sitting there, but
Well, I dropped the chair all the way down too.
yeah.
Is that better?
Okay, but you're further from the mic now.
Well, you should get taller mics.
You can make it taller.
It telescopes up,
Does it?
Just,
Oh.
Yeah.
just go back down.
You turn
just
it,
go back down. I don't
you
like you
turn
being
it,
taller than me.
and then pull up.
Why haven't I known this? Why is this just now being?
My
My
knee just got happy.
My knee.
So anyway,
Dude, this would have been, because you know what? Normally I have to like squat my chair down to
Yeah.
get to the mic, so I'm not so far away. But this information would have been helpful like
I
months
thought
ago.
you knew.
I had no idea.
You've never known this.
No, not at all. Thank you.
So back to the elephant, the non-Mark elephant.
So your
in the
hips,
room.
quads, and knees have been hurting during this
Every
podcast
episode.
for no reason.
Every episode.
So David is not here.
What?
Yeah, David's not here, and we thank him for his service and his time on the pod. No, he's just taking a break. He had without getting,
Just do
I
what
guess,
David does.
telling too much information because he wouldn't want us to tell us too much information.
Just stare at the camera.
He is
And
with
honor
his
my
family,
brother.
taking care of his family. Nothing. It's nothing. I mean, it's not serious, but it's not serious. But he just has to hang out and take care of the family. So he is taking a break from the show, a temporary break. He's coming back for season 9, but he will not be able to finish out season 8 of Talk or Go Home.
You know what? We almost weren't able to finish out season 8.
We almost weren't. Are we going to address that? Or are we
Yeah,
just gonna ignore it?
absolutely.
Busy
Okay, well then
year.
address it.
It's been a busy
address
year.
it. Go ahead. Clint.
Address
I'll
it.
let you take it away.
We got super busy, and we didn't have enough episodes recorded to finish out the season. There. That's pretty much it. in a
Yeah,
nutshell.
so all 4 of us actually.
Yeah.
So David's family stuff came up.
Right.
You and I were here just.
We were
It
here
was-
coaching. He was elsewhere coaching.
So there was no time.
And we
to
got,
hear.
what, 7 episodes done?
7 or 8,
And
something
then
like that.
we had to, like, kind of scramble for one, and now we still got 2 more to finish out the season or something like that.
Yeah, it was crazy, and that just
And
that
we
happens.
apologize.
We
Thank
do
you for your couch change.
We do, and you're not going to be cut episodes. Like you're going to get what if you're subscribed to Lens Plus, which you can do in either on either the Apple Podcast app or Spotify. If you are subscribed and a subscriber and support the show that way, which we thank you, you will get your bonus episodes. They're coming. We're not going to short you on those, so be prepared for that.
Sticky syrup.
It is.
But yeah, no, David's fine. David's not going anywhere. He just had to take a little bit of a break due to some unforeseen circumstances. Everybody's fine. It's just he's on daddy duty.
Hey, just, for reference in the future, you just say these 2 words right here and everybody know everything's cool. We good.
We good.
Yeah, that's all you got to say.
good.
We good.
So let's catch up because this is the first time the 3 of us have been together in a very long time.
Yeah, pretty good bit.
I mean, I see you all the time.
Thank you.
I saw you. I was with you for 12 hours yesterday.
Oh my gosh, let's not get into that.
Okay, yeah, let's not talk
He
about
told
that.
me about it a while ago. I told him, he said it was a,
Can we tell the story?
I told him it was a nightmare.
of the one contestant.
Yes, let's tell it, please. We've got to tell. I got to get that off my chest.
So we for a basketball fundraiser.
Kali Ma.
For a basketball fundraiser, we were swindled into doing a beauty pageant.
nightmare.
So we decided we were going to do a beauty pageant from 0 all the way up to 17, 18, I guess it was.
Nightmare.
And then the younger age group, we also decided to incorporate boys because boys like pageants apparently.
Nightmare.
Please keep saying that because that
I'll plan on it.
please. Anyway, we had one boy enter in a particular age group, and he goes across the stage, and by default he's the winner.
Nightmare.
So we give him his trophy.
Did you get one of those big ones?
Just
for
for
being a
whatever
winner?
whatever the age group was.
Yeah.
So I guess so. It's got a little.
Do they have a little top hat on top?
No, it's got like a little guy with a crayon or whatever.
Okay,
Anyway,
there's a dude on there. That's all.
Right.
Okay, good.
So all the girls at this point had all gotten little what are those called? Tiaras. And we didn't have a crown for the boy. We didn't think anything of it as far as like. So Meemaw gets kind of upset about the boy not having a crown, and then Meemaw gets upset that little boy didn't get he won. He got the winner, but he didn't get the first alternate. He didn't get the second alternate. And he didn't get
all of them.
He didn't get the best smile and the best dressed and the best most photogenic, and like she wanted to have all 12 trophies or whatever it was.
People of America, can we stop with the insanity? Can we stop the insanity?
I mean, hey, you won. Like, that's like, I mean, I remember Coach Sutton used to say, yes, I graduated second in my class. It was a class of 3. Like, that's not saying a lot if you, I won as a male in a beauty pageant, in a pageant of 1. Well, you were kind of by default. Like, you could have been the most homely-looking kid, and you still would have won because you were the only kid.
Before we continue with the pageant stuff, that just reminded me. 2 weeks, and I'm not saying anything bad. We had an Asheville cheer squad that my daughter Naomi's on, and Sean Smith and Heather Smith's daughter Santana. They're both on there, and they're a really good squad. They did really good this year. And
Came in first.
They did. They
Did
won.
I just ruin your story? I'm sorry.
You think it's okay? But we went to the something of the South, some kind of something of the South competition. You know what I'm talking about?
Song of the South.
It wasn't. No.
Oh,
It hit my mind first. But it was a competition.
Alabama, man.
Yeah, they.
I'm taking it to Disney movie.
yeah. I'm trying to represent David Murphree, and you're over here going. Sorry, we're screwing up Mark's story. Let the man tell his story.
They've gotten rid of that, right? They've basically wiped that from the slate of Disney.
No, seriously?
Yeah,
well,
you can't
I mean,
find it
I guess I could see why they would, but still, come on.
Without going into it. If you want to know, just ask me and I'll tell you.
So,
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, anyway, so we go to this competition down at Springville High School, and they got 2. He's messing with me. They got 2 tables set up, and there's just hundreds of trophies on it, and then there's all kinds of squads coming throughout the day. Well, anyway, so we get out there. Our squad gets out there, and they do a great job. I think both, my wife Heather and Heather Smith, Sean's wife, they did a great job of putting together a little routine, and the girls nailed it, and everything was cool. And then I couldn't really tell by all because there were at least like 20 squads going at one time. And I could tell like some of them what age group they probably were, but I couldn't tell like once it got like in the thicket of where they were, like who they were competing against. So I asked them after they won, we're like everybody, all the Asheville people up in the audience, we're just screaming, yelling, everybody's going crazy when we won. But I go over there, we go over and I'm congratulating Naomi and we're about to leave and everything, and we're walking out and I asked Heather, I was like, hey, I couldn't really tell, but how many teams were we competing against? And she said 2 other ones. No. But it was still, but the schools were second place Springville, third place Hoover. So I was like, okay, we beat Springville.
Always great.
Yes, even though it's my
we
hometown.
spanked Hoover.
And we beat Hoover. But they did a really good job, and I was proud of them.
Yeah, that's awesome. Anytime you beat Springville and Hoover, it's a good day.
Absolutely, that's what I thought.
Good day.
I was really proud of them. They did excellent.
It's okay to be proud.
Yeah,
but I mean, at least they competed against somebody.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
I'm not going to get anything else to that story. It just I'll tell you off air exactly what all happened, but it was a fiasco, needless to say.
Nightmare.
Yeah, nightmare.
And I mean, I don't really care. If you're that kind of person, then you
got more going on than what we can help you with.
Move away from where I live. Don't live near me or associate with me if that's the
only
case.
person that can help you is Jesus.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah. Maybe that's my approach.
Bless
that
your
I have
heart.
to take.
Absolutely.
I need to pray for that kind
Gotta
of
pray
person
for 'em, man.
because
That's all
if
you
that's
do.
how you're going to act, you need a lot more help than I can give you.
Absolutely.
You need Jesus in your life.
Absolutely.
Bless your heart.
It's only humility and strength of the Spirit is going to help you through this. A little humbleness.
Amen.
Amen.
All right, Clint. So
Why me?
So
What did I do?
Because you're the most attractive of the stable right now.
Well,
oh, it's opposite.
that bar is low.
You're also the shortest, ironically enough.
I will leave.
So
okay.
tell us.
We love you.
Tell us what's been up in your life because I know that you have experienced a lot of interesting, other than the outside of the beauty pageant yesterday that we had to work for 12 hours.
Well, we got done with football. Didn't have the season that we wanted to have.
We lost
obviously.
every game.
But
Go ahead.
Here's the thing, and you and I we were on a I was on the podcast with you. And Jonathan Mincy at the time, we talked about how important the relationships were of when you coach football and the things that you build with these kids and the trust and like you want them to come to you with anything they have an issue with if they can't go to their parents or to friends or if they're in trouble or what. Like it's all about the relationships, and I think that we built some really really good relationships there. So I mean, if you're looking for some bright spots, and I know with your receiving group, you got a lot of your basketball players in that. So. We made some big strides. Had to start 2 freshmen on the line. I know Trent started 8 games. So, and Bull started every game at center as a freshman at playing high school
That's
ball.
tough, especially
That's
4A
very tough.
against those teams. It's tough.
So he did an outstanding job, and man, I'm just super proud of those kids. We're losing 2 seniors off the line. I'm gonna miss them dearly. But next year we'll have to fill up those holes and keep going.
Talk about the taco meat.
Yeah, so
Tell us that story.
So we ended with a 3-game homestand, and the next to last game, I invited anybody on the team that wanted to come over. So they all came over, and we had 14 kids there.
14.
We went through 9 pounds of hamburger meat to make tacos.
Had a
4
taco
kids?
bar.
14.
Oh,
14
14 kids.
14 kids.
That ain't too
So
bad.
so the aforementioned center and the 2 freshmen, they both eat 10 apiece.
The 2 freshmen.
The 2 freshmen, and they're not the biggest kids on the team.
10 tacos.
Yeah, 10 tacos apiece. Yeah,
It's impressive.
but yeah,
You're going to be a big boy.
big.
Well, the center's already a big boy to be a freshman.
Fairly, he used to be bigger. That's the thing. He lost a lot of weight.
Wait,
when-
he got taller.
yeah. Well,
He
I
stretched out.
mean, he's lost weight too.
That doesn't need to happen.
I know, but he lost weight.
I was really disappointed with myself. Sadie Kate had come down with strep throat last Wednesday, and I took her to the doctor. And in the room that they put us in, there was a scale sitting there. And I knew I'd been gaining weight lately, and I just kept looking at it. I was like, should I get on it?
Don't.
I know.
You did
Don't,
it. You
but I
it
did.
yourself.
I got on it.
And it's one of those balancing ones, isn't it? Or is
Oh,
it
no,
digital?
It was
digital.
Woo!
The digital. The one that really
I was gonna
accurately
say, that's
tells
like
you.
accurate one.
instant
And I even,
answer.
I did the whole, I didn't take my shoes off,
Right.
but I
Trying
did.
to justify.
I took
5
my
pounds
phone
a day.
out, the keys, phone, all that stuff out of my pockets, and I'm jump on there. I'm like, all right, here's a shining moment. Turn it on, wait for it to zero out, jump on it. 3:30 on the dot. And before summer was over, I was about 3:08.
Yeah.
So yeah, big, huge letdown in my life. Not pumped about that.
So
Stress, man. Stress will do
interesting.
that.
Yeah,
I'm
to you.
going to bring that up.
Between the stress and the schedule, because even though football practice might get done at 5:30, football doesn't end at 5:30.
Never.
So by the time you get home and get something to eat, or if you have to go somewhere and get something to eat, or whatever, and then you're trying to find time with the family in between eating and getting ready to go to bed. You got to find time with the family in there too. It's rough.
Well, it's interesting you say that because the opposite happens to me.
You lose weight.
I lost 12 pounds since August.
That's why you're not an O-line coach anymore.
That's not good.
You're not old.
That's not good, guys.
You ain't got no dog in you.
That's not good.
Yeah, especially
don't-
where you're at.
Yeah.
I don't need to. I had multiple people walk up to me by the end of the season
You look sickly.
by Cherokee County
Yeah.
by week 9 and
Yeah.
said,
You need to eat a hamburger or
"You
something.
don't look good. You need to eat."
Yeah.
And they were correct. But also, I I was struggling with stress.
Sure.
You don't want to go over, right? You're doing everything you can not to go
Right.
over. I wasn't sleeping well, and so that was just a terrible time in my life. Kit Kat, not a sponsor. Thank you.
Hey, quick
Is this
question.
a donation
During
eat.
to my stomach?
During your playing days, did you gain weight during the season or did you lose weight?
Oh, great question.
Because a lot of coaches are always like, you need to keep eating. You got to gain
you
weight
got to.
during the season. You got to
Absolutely.
gain
Well,
weight during the season.
Because what happens is guys like during the off season will be eating and working out, not as much running and getting after it all the time, unless you're like just pouring everything you have into like the endurance part of it.
Sure.
But when you're weight training and you're encouraged to gain, and then season gets here and everything, and really what I think it is once you get from the really hot times, like when it's the hot weather. You know what I'm saying? And everything that you're doing, and you're eating.
So week 8 here.
Maybe a little sooner, you
Okay.
know. But, like once it starts getting cold, like guys don't want to drink as much water.
Sure.
They don't want to eat as much,
Sure.
because like you're just, I don't know what it is about it, but yeah, they just.
I don't know. Winter's usually when I pack on the pounds.
Yeah.
Because the summer I just sweat it all out.
Right.
And then the winter, it's like, okay, holiday, food.
Sure.
And you're just kind of, and all those holidays really kind of revolve around sitting on the couch watching something or doing as little as possible while also gorging yourself as much as possible. So,
But I can tell you this about when I played at Alabama football. They had this thing called Breakfast Club for the heavyweights. And so, like, if you got a little too big for your britches, you had to go in early. There was a core group of us chubby fellas that had to go in and do extra work, and it was brutal.
Really?
Yeah, it was brutal. I'm talking about like an hour on a stair stepper.
heck yeah, man.
Hour on a exercise bike or treadmill.
Wearing a trash bag or something?
And it was like they just wanted to reiterate to us that we need to be a little slimmer and a little quicker.
So how does that work? Because like, if you sign with Alabama and you're 295, you're going to gain some weight, obviously.
Well,
in a
that's
different
not. They
program
want you
and
to
stuff.
gain, but maintain.
Like
or
they
actually,
have like, hey, you are a left tackle. You can't be more than 345.
all right. So when I left Asheville, I was probably 295 to 300, maybe, and then or maybe I was about three. I
thought you were about 315.
About 315,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah, but it was trim though.
What?
It was trim. So when I get there,
Look,
hold
hold on. Don't lose your train of thought. Nick gave me a look like you don't.
That's weird that you knew
Well,
what he
because
weighed when he graduated.
Because when you said that, I was thinking back to the programs. Like
Right.
when I remember like when I was a freshman, I remember like 315 was
Like
on
there's a lot of stuff that I remember from my high school playing days that like you can talk to Coach
smart man.
Browning. Like he's like, how do you remember this? I don't know. Like it just that time in my life, a lot of that kind of stuff was ingrained in me. For whatever reason, I remember he's about 310.
Stephen Nuss is the same way. He remembers a lot.
Yeah.
Like he'll sit there and tell me stuff that happened in games when we were playing in high school.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how in the world do you remember
Yeah.
that? Because I don't remember a lot.
Like Austin Rayburn. Wasn't my guy. And he was on defense. He's like, Rayburn, you got to keep that guy off of me. He said, wasn't my guy. We're running a 4-3 defense, and he was supposed to eat up blockers.
Yeah.
And, apparently it only took one guy to block him, and the other guy got the backer, which was Stephen Nuss at one point. And Nuss is like, Rayburn, you got to keep him off of me. And Rayburn goes, wasn't my guy. I don't know.
Oh, man. What was I talking about?
He specifically told you.
Specifically,
your
that
train
I
of
was
thought.
315. I
Yeah.
remember that you were 315.
Well, so when I left, I do remember like going to Alabama and like the coolest thing was how much they fed us.
Sure.
And you could eat as much as you want.
Yeah.
And I remember just working out really hard, eating, but we ran a lot too. So there was a really good balance there for a while. And I think probably like my second year, my body really started to take a turn. Like I was like turning into like a ripped, beastly of a man, young
Beastly, bulging man.
Yes, that. And
Wearing
so-
a blue leisure suit.
but like year 3, year 4, that's when I started getting in a little trouble because our coaching staff changed and our strength guys changed and everything
Hold the rope.
changed. So I was used to doing things one way, eating this way.
Yeah.
We did this. I would maintain. I was still like really peak physical condition. I was
Sure.
fast. I was quick. And then like we changed stuff, but I didn't change my eating habits.
Right.
And like I just kept ballooning a little bit.
Yeah.
You know? I want to say my very last game I played, which I fought injury a lot my senior year. Like I got hurt multiple times, and it was awful. I hated it. But I put on weight because I just couldn't. Like when you're trying to hobble around with a bum ankle and a knee.
Yeah.
And you're still trying to eat.
Well, you're trying to eat like you have been, but you can't work out like you have been because you're injured.
Yeah. I played my last game at Bama at 340, 345. But I wasn't fat by any stretch.
Sure.
Like I was in good shape.
Right.
I just packed on a little.
But like, how do they gauge that though? Do they say, hey, you like? Do they just like do like?
Well, I know nowadays everything's way more advanced on that
Sure.
that side because they have they do
like a BMI thing or something.
But it's way more advanced. Like BMI, they used to do BMI back in the day, but they had like fat calipers, and they
Sure.
would take our body fat percentage and all that stuff. And
yeah. Well, so that's what I've never understood about like BMI and stuff. Like if you had to go by the government's,
the government,
the government's rendition of BMI, every NBA basketball player is obese.
Yeah, when I
their
was
height versus their
right.
weight, and
when I was
terrible.
when I was at Bama, and they did it. Like they told us, like don't look anything up about this because anything the government says is not true when it comes to like your body size.
Sure.
Because I was quote unquote morbidly obese.
Right.
That was the term, and still to this day, like by their standards, I'm morbidly obese. Even though I could probably go out there and run a mile straight right now, and I'd be okay. And
I would not. But keep going.
well, we're all different, bud.
Bud.
But
Wise.
Not a sponsor.
oh, that just made me think about something. I saw this thing the other day where somebody had posted like, what quote or phrase from the 80s and 90s, if you could bring back, should come back, would you want to bring back? Like something like cowabunga.
Right.
Or like homie saying, what up, homie?
What up, homie? Homie don't play that.
What would y'all say?
What's up?
That was one of them I saw. Somebody
Where's
posted
the
it.
beef?
Where's the beef?
I have a lot of reasons.
I
for
coached
saying.
I coached a kid. His nickname, he's actually going to be a senior next year at Donahoe, but that's what his nickname was, is Beef. And I'd always say that to him.
I went to school with a
He
guy.
had no idea what I was talking about.
Of course. I went to school with a guy. His name was, I can't remember his real name. We called him Double Stack. Double Stack, and then we had a Triple Stack. And then they were cousins, I think. And obviously Triple Stack was bigger than Double Stack. But, yeah. No, and they were both big dudes. One of them played football, one of them didn't.
What's that? Have y'all seen that challenge? Like people go into like, what is it, Wendy's or something, and they get that burger that it's not on the menu, of course, but like if you ask for it, they'll make it for you. It's like some kind of, they put like 10 patties of. Have you not seen that?
How have we not heard about it?
I don't know. I don't know. You got to look it up. It's like 10 patties on, and they make a burger out of it. So bottom bun, and they bam, 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 all the way up.
I have to say, like it is few and far between that I'm ever in a burger mood, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Chicken.
not.
You like a chicken?
Well, I'm just not a big burger guy.
Chicken? You like a chicken?
No soup for you.
Chicken? You like Let's see.
Like my kid loves burgers. He's always wanting a burger, and I'm like, man, I'm burgered out. Like it could be 6 months since I've had my last burger, and I'll be like, man, I'm burgered out. I don't want
according to YouTube, it's called the Wendy's T-Rex Burger
I was gonna say
Challenge.
T-Rex, but I didn't think I was right. Okay,
It's a 2,770 calorie non-patty burger.
2,770
calories.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's almost 1.5 times more than your daily intake.
Yeah.
According to the government.
According to the government.
Nine patties.
My gosh.
Clint, we got to try it.
No.
Yes.
Heck no.
And we got to put it on our TikTok.
Coronary. No.
I mean,
He might kill over. He might kill over.
I might kill over.
I could try it.
Go for
it. I don't know. I'd have naturally high cholesterol. Despite
you could do it with grilled chicken patties.
Yeah, 9 grilled chicken patties.
Or get them to stack 10 or 9 cups of that chili up on top of each other.
No, I could do the chili. God, chili.
Put a baked potato on the bottom and a baked potato on top and 9 cups of chili.
We've talked about it before, but would y'all bring back the Super Bar if you could?
100%. 100%.
I just realized I asked 2 offensive linemen if they could bring back a fast food buffet. I should have known the answer.
My greatest memories of Wendy's were the Super Bar.
The Super Bar. I barely remember it as a kid.
All the tacos and all the spaghetti you wanted, basically.
See, I don't remember the spaghetti. I remember the tacos, but I don't remember the spaghetti.
Noodles. It was like fettuccine noodles.
You go up there, that tortilla warmer.
Yeah.
Oh, you just
a
open
little
that.
plastic tortilla.
Yes,
Pick
sir.
it up, get all the little Yeah.
Hey, and what was the best thing on the Super Bar? Come on, I'm channeling it to you right now.
I don't know.
The
Jell-O.
salad.
Close.
The pudding?
Yes. Dude,
I don't remember the pudding.
They had these, they have vanilla and chocolate, but it was just two big,
huge
huge things of
Yep.
pudding. And you could just go up there and just take a spoon. And
To
just
this day, if we go to an
slop
all-you-can-eat restaurant or whatever, I will get. Like if you go to a Chinese restaurant, they
Yeah.
they usually have that, or the KFC in Pell City, they have the all-you-can-eat chicken buffet or whatever. They've got.
They bring it back
Yeah,
after COVID?
yeah.
Wow. Ooh. I got
So
it.
every time we go up there, I'll end up with a big, 2 or 3 spoonfuls of chocolate or vanilla pudding.
yes, sir.
What is it
I
about
did
a
the
buffet
double. I
that's
put
so
one on each
magical?
side and just
Mix them.
I never. I mean, you'd eventually get to where they connected,
Right.
but you eat one at a time.
Yeah.
You want to get the middle, whatever. Hey,
Buffets are magical things.
They
man.
are.
And they're so, despite the word being French, they're so American. Buffets are
Oh, sure.
the epitome of American gluttony.
What's the
and-
best
and they're
buffet?
amazing.
I was about to ask that. Best
What's
buffet.
the best buffet? Like what?
It's
What?
definitely not a Chinese buffet. I'm sorry. I just can't get behind that.
Oh, only if that Chinese buffet, like, because if I ever go to a Chinese buffet and they have like a hibachi
Yeah.
in the restaurant, I'll just go straight hibachi.
Yeah.
And go get all the raw stuff, let them cook it up. That's what I eat. I don't go over to that junk
Yeah.
with all the MSG and all that stuff in it. Get the fresh.
Yeah, I'm
cook.
anti-MSG.
Yeah, I'm okay with a Chinese buffet, but I'll be honest, it's like one plate and I'm done when it comes to Chinese food.
It's that MSG, man. Monosodium glutamate.
Monosodium.
Monosodium glutamate.
Yep.
I don't know.
Salt.
I don't know. I'm with you. As far as Chinese food, I'm not a big fan. Now Japanese food, I need it all day long. Sushi and stuff, love it.
It doesn't matter if it's Asian food. I'm not down with it. Not that I'm anti-Asian. I just the food is
I dig
very.
it.
I don't know. It just upsets me a lot.
But Mickey used to have the. Mickey used to have
Oh,
the.
dude, I remember that.
Yeah, they
that
used
was
to
a
have
good
the
buffet.
all-you-can-eat buffet up
And they
here.
had that
All
big old-
Mexican food.
a Mexican buffet.
Yeah.
If you've never been to one,
my
go
goodness.
find one. It is amazing.
They had that stack of like the salad or the taco salad bowls that were made
Yes.
the actual taco bowls.
Yes.
And unlimited cheese dip.
Yes, I was gonna say that big old thing of cheese, man. You
But,
can just load it on everything.
So like you can go to a pizza buffet. Pizza buffet is pretty good.
Oh,
the
absolutely.
old Pizza Hut. It's usually 4 or 5.
That was
plates
undefeated
worth.
for a long time.
Very, very long. CC's Pizza, when it was there in Rainbow City, we used to frequent it a lot.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
You got like,
Stevie B's.
I mean,
But they changed it to what? Baronis?
It's bronze, and
it's okay.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Pizza buffets have definitely lost their luster since
They
the
have.
90s.
Since
Yeah.
Pizza Hut.
Well, since COVID, especially because like even in Pell City, the
I mean, CC's.
Pizza Hut up here used to have the buffet.
Oh,
And then
CC's Pizza.
There used to be
That was
a
the-
group of us Bama guys that would go over to Northport to CC's.
Yeah. I've been
And
to
we
CC's.
would hammer down.
Why have you been to the CC's in Northport?
Because he
I
likes
used to work
CC's.
out there.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And if there's a buffet within 50 miles of where he's worked, he's been there.
Usually
Attaboy.
Chipotle. Usually Chipotle. But like you can get like I don't want to say mom and pop, but like meat and 3, all you can
Yeah.
eats like
Those are good.
City Market, Western Sizzling. Sometimes you can get on some that have like the steak and stuff on. What do you think about like Texas de Brazil, like a Brazilian?
Never
steak?
been there. I always wanted to go. I know you're looking at me like
You'll get the meat sweats. I'm not even kidding.
I would be glad to get the meat sweats.
The meat
We
sweats.
may have to make a trip out there. Mark.
I would. I've been wanting to go for years.
To
Just
where?
ain't-
Wait,
just
where?
ain't done
Where?
it.
Texas de Brazil.
Oh, yes, you will get the meat sweats.
will get
That
the
is
meat
a real
sweats.
thing if you go to that restaurant. Absolutely.
I would say stay away from the lamb and the sausage though. Not
Fo-
that it's
Fogo de Chao, too.
Why?
and not that it's bad. It's just there's so much better stuff out there. Like the lamb to me is gamey, and the
I don't
sausage.
like, I'm not a big lamb guy.
Yeah, I'm not a big lamb guy.
I don't like.
No
I don't
offense
like,
to Tom Lamb.
I don't like duck either. I'm not a big duck guy.
Yeah, with
What
a
are
D.
you? What kind of guy are you?
I'm a white meat chicken guy.
You don't like dark meat chicken?
No.
You know, my
I
papa.
like red meat.
My papa back
A
in
lot.
the day wouldn't eat chicken. You wanna know why?
Because it's a crazy bird.
Because they like eat out of their own doo doo all day. That's what he said.
You know,
they
somebody
can
was
eat
telling
catfish.
me. somebody was telling me that there are cattle farms that will take chicken manure, mix it with sweet feed, and then
100%.
slowly over
Just
time,
transition to straight poo.
transition the cows to straight up chicken
And
poop.
they will eat the crap out
Yes,
of
and
it
they will
too.
eat the crap out of it.
No
It's
pun
like me and
intended.
you eating vanilla ice cream. I'm not even kidding.
That sounds scrumptious.
So they'll be like it'll be like an 80-20 sweet feed to poop mix.
Yeah.
And they'll slowly get it down to they'll flip it where it's 80% poop, 20% sweet feed, or something like that.
Wow, what a way to save money.
Yeah.
Well,
Live better. Walmart, not a sponsor.
Yeah, my goodness. Ugh.
Well, I had a neighbor that was a chicken farmer, and he also had cattle, and that's what he would do. He would go through there and he'd feed it to the cows. He's like, they'd eat the crap out of it. It's like, all right.
Goodness
More
gracious.
power to
But
you.
just imagine being an animal, relying on another animal to feed you, and then they feed you poop.
Yeah.
But
Might as well
hey,
just
I
hold
mean,
a chicken
if-
in front of its face. That's a good cow tongue. That's good.
You got a good cow tongue there, Clint. Good
That
job.
was good.
There's a joke there.
Yep, there is a joke
I mean,
there.
shut up, though.
Hey, but
Good.
what about the buffets that are dying out? It's a sad thing, but it's true. Like,
Yeah.
buffets are starting to die out.
Well, I mean, people,
COVID really was like
COVID
the
hurt,
nail.
When's the last time you saw Shoney's?
Inflation too. That's killing them
Ryan's.
because it's all about
right. I used to love
scale.
me
They
some
closed
Ryan.
down Golden Corrals.
Yeah.
Hey, but hey, Western Sizzling's still kicking. Rainbow City.
That one in
Oxford.
Rainbow City has been there forever.
Yeah.
It's more of a buffet now than it ever has been. It used to it was a steakhouse, so you go
Yeah.
through there and
Right.
go through and get your steak, and they always had a salad bar. But now it's just basically it's almost strictly buffet now.
They still have menus, but
The Shoney's in Rainbow
Nobody
City
orders
closed,
them.
or in Gadsden closed down last year, maybe
about 2 years
ago.
ago, yeah.
Yeah. So that's that was a pretty good place to go for
Okay.
like, your breakfast stuff.
Who's the famous Shoney's restaurant owner? That just happened to be a WWE wrestler.
Scott Steiner.
Scott Steiner, baby. Oh, that's a great story.
He owns Shoney's?
He owns a Shoney's.
Shoney's.
He owns a
in,
Shoney's.
in the Atlanta area.
Still?
Yeah.
Okay.
But tell him the story that I'm referencing. Tell him the story I'm referencing.
No.
Please.
You don't? Okay.
No, you do it.
I can't
I love a
remember.
good
That's why
Steiner.
I just
Love a
know
good Steiner story.
that. Come on.
Well,
Tell it.
basically, somebody said something about him, and he used to call him ham bone or something like that, and he like didn't like it and kicked the guy out of the restaurant. It was like, here you are at operating the Shoney's, yo ham bone, and he got mad at it or something. I don't remember the whole entire story.
Oh, I thought he witnessed like a murder or something, and they interviewed him on TV. And
I
instead
don't
of
know
saying
about that.
WWE superstar, like under the thing, it said Scott Steiner, Shoney's restaurant owner.
I don't remember that.
Okay, well, I guess I thought you told me that, but maybe Hammy did. Maybe Hammy's the one that told me that story.
That's a Hammyism right there.
Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
That's what we need to do. The three of us need to get Hammy. We need to go to the Texas Tabor Seal.
Yes.
It's the best 50
And
bucks
then
you'll
record a podcast episode right after we all get the meat sweats.
Like, record it before, like, just, like, do your little TikTok beforehand and then do one afterwards. Yeah, we're not going to be able to move. Now, they have a salad bar and all that. I would completely stay away from it.
Because they've got the spigot, right, or whatever you call it, and the spit. And
Yeah,
they keep carving meat onto your plate.
So they got this little thing. It's one side's red, one side's green. And you go there and you just flip it on green. And a guy come by and say, you want some steak? Cut you some steak. They'll come by and say, hey, do you want some of this meat? Whatever it is, they'll cut you that meat. And you just eat it. And when you get full, you take that thing, you flip it over, and they don't come back around to you no more.
Until you're hungry again.
Now, there's a restaurant, one of my favorite restaurants ever. It's
Hey, saw a buddy right there.
I have to call him back. In Gatlinburg, Tennessee. So if you're ever in the Gatlinburg Pigeon Forge, Smoky Mountain National. You okay?
Somebody's
over there?
driving down the interstate right now.
You over there?
Listening
Yeah, a
to
little
this.
gritty.
Yeah, that's because it was made with actual coffee grounds. Anyway, go to the restaurant called The Peddler. It's a little pricey, but it is an amazing steakhouse. And what they do is they come around, they seat you. It's quite expensive. But have you ever been to The Peddler?
No.
Have you ever been to The Peddler?
No.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Go to The Peddler,
Peddler
look it up,
Roof.
Gatlinburg, Tennessee. But you sit down at your table, they come around. They have a really, speaking of buffets, an incredible salad bar. It's amazing.
What makes it amazing?
Every salad topping you could imagine. Both iceberg lettuce and
Romaine?
whatever, yeah, that lettuce. And all lettuces, lettucei, whatever. And all greenery, spinach, whatever.
Radicchio?
And unshelled, or no, not unshelled, shelled sunflower seeds.
You got a shell on yourself?
That doesn't seem like
Yeah,
a
I don't
big
like
deal.
that.
Oh, it's awesome. Anyway, all the dressings.
Like the salad bar at Ruby Tuesdays used to have that.
No, it's better. It's better than a Ruby Tuesday salad bar.
I think he's been a little extra right now.
I'm not. I'm telling, dude, this salad bar is 2 of these tables end to end. That's how long this bar is.
There used to be a joke on King of the Hill that said the world's longest salad bar and the world's second longest sneeze tray. You get to the end of the salad bar, somebody sneeze, it'd be all in the salad because it wasn't long enough. I don't know why that just made me think of it. It's random.
Oh, Clint.
Home of the world's longest salad bar and the
love
second
King of the
longest sneeze guard. That's what it is.
All right.
This story brought to you by Fox.
Clint was like, damn. I mean, dang. Gosh dang it. Oh, well. I messed that story up. Anyway, so they sit you down, go to the salad bar, come back, whatever. And then you have a waiter, but then you have a meat guy. A peddler. And he will come in. He works in the kitchen.
Medium rare steaks here. Get your steaks here.
And that's what he does. He comes around with a tray, and it's like there's a cloth over it. He takes off the cloth, and it's all the cuts of meat that you could want from a cow. And he says, "What kind of cut of meat do you want? Do you want a sirloin? Do you want do you want a ribeye? Do you want a fillet? Do you want a flank? What do you want?"
Yes, please.
Yeah.
And like they're uncut, so you get to tell him the thickness, the cut, how you want it cooked, what do you want it cooked in.
This does sound incredible.
And so he takes your meat order, and then he goes back and he cooks the steak how you ordered it. And then it comes out, and it's, oh gosh, it's so awesome, and it's so expensive, but it's really good. It's a great experience overall.
What's the other place that's pretty popular up there in Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge area? Like, we went there the last time we were there. Sawmill.
I don't know, I've
Sawmill,
never heard
something.
of it.
I don't know. Carrie knows about it, but it was really good.
I'm sure she's screaming through the
Probably.
at the thing. This is what it is.
How do you not remember, Clint?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was only for our 14th anniversary.
Can I tell the story?
No.
Okay. Of the picture that I got this morning?
No,
Oh, okay.
not here.
Where'd you go? Where'd y'all go? You went to
Harp and Clover.
Oh, okay. Thanks for the invite. Appreciate that.
It was a last minute thing because she wanted to go somewhere that looked like a hole in the wall, and I said, "Yeah, we're calling an audible. We're gonna go somewhere else."
Appreciate that.
I don't know what you want me to do. You're probably at church.
I was
getting
at
windburned.
church. I was at church, standing on the front porch, chattering my teeth.
We didn't leave till noon though. We didn't leave out to go till noon. Though,
Yeah, no,
so-
I was done by that point.
Well,
I
I assumed you were at home,
was here, grading.
We're on the trundle.
not on the trundle.
I was not on the trundle. I was not on trundle duty. Guys, we haven't mentioned it, so I'm going to take this time
Couch
to
Shane.
mention, Lens Plus. Go ahead and subscribe for extra content. Lens Plus on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. You get access to episodes 1 week early and all of our bonus content that's subscriber only, including bonus episodes where we kind of, I guess, we take off the guard. We let our hair down a little bit and tell some stories that we otherwise wouldn't tell. But also, you're going to get access to a new series that Clint and I are doing where we review movies because that's what you want.
Wait, is that still a thing?
Called After Reel. Yes.
We're gonna do that?
We've recorded episodes
Oh crap!
that we have to release. And we have more episodes to record. One episode we've got to do is The Thing, which
We've already done that.
we haven't
For
recorded.
Ham and Spam.
Yeah, for Ham. But you and I, oh yeah. Can we just take that episode?
He wants to feel
I
special.
got the audio file if you want to.
Well, it needs to be video though, so I guess we have to. What we need
Let's
to do.
put
Have
our
you ever
faces
seen?
on it.
Have you ever seen The Thing?
Like, not Swamp Thing?
Not
No,
Swamp
The Thing, the 1982
Two.
movie that John Carpenter directed
I don't
with
know.
Kurt Russell
Is this an invite for me to
and
watch it with you?
Absolutely.
Diabetes.
I would.
What's his name?
Wilford Brimley.
Wilford Brimley.
Diabetes.
Yeah, he immediately knew who we were talking about. You haven't seen it?
Uh-uh.
Oh, you
I don't
did?
guess
Oh,
so.
okay. That's what we got to
That's a
do.
watch
We got
party.
we got to show
That's a
Mark
watch
the
party.
thing and let him help us review
Is
it.
it that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of those movies that when it came out, it wasn't popular or a hit.
Yeah.
But it's slowly
Got
over
the cult
time.
following?
And
Somewhat.
it's
yeah. It's really good.
and it's
though.
become like people have realized. Oh, this is actually like a good movie with depth and
Now it's more
and theme.
like Halloween theme. Like it's kind of in that horror genre a little bit, but it's a really good story too.
See, Hammy
so.
considers a horror movie. I don't know if I really consider it a horror movie.
It's got to
so
be
much as I
considered
consider
a
it-
horror movie from the standpoint of it's like the top 5 horror movie ever made.
I consider it
Every
more of a,
list has
more
it
of
in
a
top
thriller.
No, because thriller to me is like murderer, like being chased down by people, not by freaky things that try to inhabit the life of other things and become tarantula heads.
It's a really good movie. It's a really good movie. It's got a cool concept, and it was based on the short story, right?
The Thing. I don't know.
From Another Planet, I think is what it's called, or something, or maybe it was another movie. It was based on another movie that was based on the short story. Anyway, it's very Lovecraftian, H.P. Lovecraft, and Hammy's a big H.P. Lovecraft guy. So really, we need to have Mark come over and let him watch it with to make sure Hammy can clarify.
Get the T-Rex burger.
Ooh, what a night that would be.
Hey, let's go get the meat sweats. Get over the meat sweats from the drive from Birmingham back to the house, then watch The Thing.
Okay, and that's a
what
lot
are you
of
doing
content
right
there.
Like, what are you doing right now?
Recording a.
No, I
podcast
mean like
episode.
from a school standpoint. Like, what does your afternoons consist of right now?
I'm not really sure.
I don't know. I haven't been to work in 4 weeks.
No, definitely working. Indoor track.
Oh, are you doing indoor?
Oh, you're doing
track?
indoor.
Well,
okay.
I mean, I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to.
But you have interest for the
kids.
kids.
I am the track coach for the school. But
Do you have an assistant?
Yes, I have an assistant, and he ran collegiately. So.
Oh well, okay. Was it the guy?
So did you, just not track?
Probably met him
at Gadsden City. Remember that meet?
Yeah.
Was that him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was going to take it on full time, just to give me a season off because football.
It takes it out of
season.
Like, cause I've done going straight into basketball after football season, and it wears you out.
Yeah, it does.
It wears you out. I feel bad for you.
Welcome, Nick Wilson.
Yeah. So Friday was a federal holiday. We were out of school, and I got here at 7:30, 7:30.
Girls practice.
Girls practice from 8 to 9:30. Boys practice from 10 to 12. Pictures from 12 to 2. Pageant prep from 2 to what time do we leave here?
Every bit of 10 o'clock.
Oh my!
So
turn right back around, be back up here.
Everybody else got a day off.
8 o'clock.
Wilson did not.
Yeah. But you get paid so much money to do that extra.
Oh yes,
so much.
So much money.
Yeah.
I had to work Friday. It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah. Why did you have to work Friday?
So my work does this weird thing where if we work during a holiday, they will give us a floating holiday.
You get like a flex day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we take our flex day and tack it on at the end of the year, and then
for Christmas.
We're all from like basically either the day before Christmas Eve or Christmas Eve till after the first of the year.
Yeah.
So I got like 11 straight days off. So I'd give up my Veterans Day for 11 days off.
But did you honor the veterans?
Absolutely.
Good. You better.
Or what? What are you going to do?
Punch you in the face.
I've been punched in the face. Oh, you want to talk about me?
Tell that story.
You weren't there when I hit Maze with a chair, were you?
In the face?
In the head.
Was this yesterday?
Yes.
Folding chair?
No, I was not.
So we were in the hospitality room for this pageant, and like we're kind of at this that long intermission that we have between.
Where did I go?
Can we talk about the coaches thing?
The coaches. Oh no.
So the basketball coach was away, and you were talking to his girlfriend.
Well, I mean, I guess we can.
Yeah.
I was distracting his about to be fiance because he was off
prepping
to propose to her, and we had to make sure she didn't leave, and so we were in the middle of trying to distract her. So while I'm doing that, you're hitting kids with chairs. Go ahead.
My kid. So there's like a 2-hour window between intermission. Like it's from 4 to 6, literally. So the kids we're in the library, we're playing around, whatever. They're watching football on the TV, and they all get Maze, and they come over with a chair, a folding chair, and kind of like, doink. I was like, no, heck no. So I go there and get the chair, and I come back, and I don't like swing it as hard as I can, but I go and thunk. All the kids are, oh crap! Coach Clint just knocked Maze out. Maze is like laughing the whole time, and
you had a pretty good pull at the end.
Oh yeah.
He's done it before.
I've done it before
on stage in front of hundreds of people, thousands of people.
Yeah.
Only the true artists know how to correctly use a chair in a wrestling match.
Well, and
it's a unique skill.
Everybody makes a big deal about the whole CTE, and I'm not saying that's not a real thing.
Everybody makes a big deal about permanent brain damage, but
like everybody's like, you can't show headshots in wrestling anymore. It's like, okay, well, there's ways to protect yourself. You can get your hands up, whatever. Yeah. But like, what The Rock did to Mick Foley years ago when he hit him in the head like 13 times, that was uncalled for. That's probably Foley being like, yeah, just hit me as hard as you can. I don't care. But, there's a way to sell some of this stuff and it not be as bad as it actually is or what you think it is.
Play a lot of angles and
yeah.
Especially if they're laying on the
Well, you don't
canvas.
want to hit them with the crown of the chair. That's
Right.
the hardest part of the chair. Like you're hitting them with the seat part, and
it moves.
And it moves, and if you do it the right way, like it makes a big thud, and it sounds a lot worse than what it actually is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you want to talk about somebody hitting me upside the head with a chair? Go talk to Justin Williams. Justin Williams knocked the crap out of me with a chair.
We gotta have him back on. Did he tell that story on the first time he was on?
I don't
that
know.
That was like 2 or 3
he
seasons
used to have
ago.
He used to have this metal TV tray
Yeah.
that had like the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, like an old fashioned metal TV
like
tray?
old school.
Ooh, yeah.
Anyway, it was WWF. And it had like the Texas Tornado and Big Boss Man and Ultimate Warrior. Well, he used to take this thing and like just wallop me with it over the head. Now it's kind of flimsy steel, whatever.
It was 10.
Right, but nice. But yeah, he used to kill me with that. And then we went on the Total Incline morning show, and he hit me like 3 times on the head on air. And then he couldn't go to the Crawfish Bowl that weekend, so Alex Taylor comes up and hits me on the head, and he screws it up because he doesn't know how to pull back. So he's like really scared he's gonna hurt me. So he like thuds me, and like it
didn't go over well.
It stunk up the place. Everybody, I got booed off the stage, but it was fun.
Sad.
It's not.
If I was there, I would
have
sold the mess out of it.
Like, if you would have knocked me out, would you just grab my foot and just drug me off stage?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, speaking of, I was watching the Georgia and Ole Miss game.
Yeah,
No. It was Florida LSU last night.
Oh, yeah.
And there was this lineman that he was celebrating after a big play. He made a tackle for loss from LSU. And he stood up and he like did this celebration, kind of like the LeBron thing where he slams his foot down.
Yeah.
And he did. I guess it tweaked his knee a little bit. And so he's like, and he starts running off the field. And he makes it probably 10 yards away from the sideline and just completely wipes out and just slides. And makes it like 2 yards away from the sideline. Well, next thing you see is just somebody reaching out and just pulling him off the field. He's just sliding. I laughed so hard at that, man. It was so funny.
So, what about? Did you see the coaches' apparel? I look at weird stuff. The military appreciation coaches' apparel that LSU wore.
Yes.
How awesome was that?
Yeah, and Missouri wore it too. They looked
all
good.
the Nike schools wore it that were home teams.
Clemson had a good one too.
Clint, and it was all the same design. They just replaced the logos of the college.
Right. Yeah. They look good.
Nike killed it, man.
Yeah.
Like, and they had there were polos, long sleeve shirts, hooded long sleeve shirts, short sleeve shirts, and jackets. And they all looked,
the upper body apparel.
And they all looked freaking
minus the tank top
and hats.
No wife.
And it was
the
awesome.
wife beaters.
It was awesome. Like,
I'm walking here.
They don't ever listen to anything I say.
No, we're
ever.
listening. We just
But
like to
you
add
do,
comment.
audience,
commentary.
And I appreciate you. If you're watching this, I'm looking into the camera and I'm thanking you.
You do understand this is just background noise for them, right?
Yeah.
What, me talking or
only
y'all
listen.
talking?
You talking specifically.
I don't like you. At all.
Hey, I'll tell you what. Did you see Oregon's jerseys last night?
I did not.
The highlighter yellow.
Yellow.
That looks so good.
I hate it when they wear that with the black, though. It's great with the green.
I wish they
but
would have
not with the
kind
black.
of dolled it up with a little more yellow or maybe some green somewhere. But
One
it
of the
still
best
looked good.
uniforms in college football are their throwback, Kelly Green throwback uniforms.
With the orange, like that looks like a duck. Where they wear like the
yellow.
orange.
Yellow.
They got the yellow pants and it's a
Have
Kelly
you
Green
seen
top.
them? But have you seen them where I don't know, do they wear the white and then they got, I can't remember, but they have the orange socks and cleats to make it look like duck feet. And
Yeah,
they
oh,
have,
that's
like,
cool.
the orange
Yeah.
face mask.
I have seen
Did
that.
you see
That's
the
awesome.
speckled egg uniforms a couple of weeks back?
Yeah,
the
I
Oreo
wouldn't-
cookies and cream.
Yeah,
I'm
fond
okay.
of it.
I like Oregon when they push the Kelly Green and the yellow. I don't like Oregon when they get the black and the white.
Nothing wrong with that.
I
I mean,
that's
they're
just
Oregon,
me,
dude.
though.
They've got how many stinking jerseys?
They have an
20
infinite
jerseys?
amount of.
Yeah, they have
Jerseys
like
now.
16 helmets.
Yeah, they have like 300 something combinations that they can wear.
I was actually sitting there in bed last night. Me and Heather were watching on the iPad that game, and I was telling her I Googled it how many combinations they have,
yeah.
and they have like 13 to 16 different helmets, and if you have 130 players on your roster, I mean, think about it. That's insane.
Well, think
It's
about
over
it.
1,000, 1,300 helmets that you've got to $1,400 you got to keep up with. Where do they put all that stuff?
And I think
Phil Knight's basement.
all their helmets are custom fitted.
That would not surprise
me. And a custom fitted helmet is like $1,600 to $1,800 a pop.
That's wild.
So do the math.
Yeah.
And then think about it. The cost for Nike to make custom uniforms like that is somewhere around, I want to say $40 to $50 a top, and maybe $50 to $60 a bottom. So then do the math there and multiply that by however many, 120 or 100 players. If you dress 100 players, it's a lot of money. Yeah. Like that Nike deal is insane.
It's crazy.
Yep.
Oh, speaking of which, how about UCF getting an extension on their Nike deal? Did you see their space uniforms?
I did.
They wear them yesterday?
Yeah, they wore them against Oklahoma State.
It's called, they had like a
Space
shuttle
U
on the front that said Space U on it.
Okay.
Yeah,
the Citronauts, which I think is so cool. That Citronaut logo that they wear, it's the face of an orange with the hat, because the Citronauts.
I can see that.
Yeah, that's their nickname, the Citronauts, because they're in Orlando, astronauts, but it's the state of Florida, so citrus, and so they call themselves Citronauts.
I thought they were the Knights.
I thought they were the Knights.
Well, that's their official
Golden
logo,
Knights?
but their unofficial,
Knights.
their unofficial mascot are the Citronauts.
It's kind of like War Eagle.
Let's not get into that, because I'm gonna have to tell the story again, and then y'all
kind of like Crimson Tide and the elephant.
Yeah. So, if we want to end this podcast, I think I have a good topic for the next one.
We got to do our recommendations.
That's fine. I'm just saying, if y'all if we're going to keep going, we can keep going. But I think I have a good topic for the next one.
Okay, well then save it. Don't say anything. So recommendations.
Recommendation. My recommendation is sour cream. A lot of people are not fans of sour cream.
I wasn't growing up, but
right.
I am now.
But sour cream is
pro cream. I'm pro cream.
I'm very pro cream. Everybody's got a hole.
Woo! That's a reference to another episode, folks.
Yeah.
Lord forgive them. They
so
don't know what they did.
Sour cream on the Mexican food is kind of puts it over the top for me. I love sour cream on my tacos and whatnot.
Gotta have it.
I'm a big proponent of sour cream in my chili. I love sour cream in my chili.
Gotta have it.
What else you put sour cream on though?
Anything.
So you put potatoes.
Put sour. Look, they're
mix sour cream with salsa and eat like chips and stuff with it. It's fantastic.
Any soup.
Yep.
Cream it up.
Basically any soup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you put it in banana pudding. Don't knock it till you try it, pal.
You are
Cool Whip and sour cream.
You're ribbing me right now.
I kid you not.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Kid you not.
Okay.
Some of the best you'll ever eat.
Okay.
It just brings out it. You don't taste
the flavor.
It enhances it. Absolutely.
But I'm going to throw you guys for a loop here. You know what is a great sour cream substitute?
Milk.
Greek yogurt.
Oh,
I can see that.
I can see that.
Because it's got that tang to it that sour cream has to it.
And a similar texture.
A very similar texture. And then it's also it's chock full of the nutrients and proteins and stuff. It's a really good substitute. Don't knock that to your try.
Greek yogurt's good. Have y'all ever heard of kefir?
Yes.
Kefir is
like the flavored kefir.
Call what?
Kefir.
Kefir.
What is this?
Kefir.
Easy. Now.
Explain.
Kefir is
so
you take these seeds, these kefir seeds, and you add dairy to it. And what it does is basically the seeds kind of ferment, and in the dairy, there's some sort of chemical biological reaction going on where there's fermentation, and it produces this sort of milky gelatinous substance that you can then drain off. That's sort of like a liquefied version of yogurt. But you keep those seeds, and they reproduce, and you basically can then produce an infinite amount of this substance, this kefir, as long as you allow it to ferment. Wow, who's that? Your
fantasy football?
Jonely Bonely.
Jonely Bonely.
You are taking a spanking right now.
Taking a beating. Shout out to you, Jonely Bonely. You know who you are. So
I don't.
J only B only. JB. Who's that? Henry Cho? I'm distracting myself.
Yeah.
But anyway, and it produces this substance that's rich in these, not nutrients, but
it is nutrients.
Probiotics.
Yeah.
These probiotics for your gut health. Yeah. So a lot of people that focus on gut health drink kefir, and one of the people that I work with, she's really into the natural health, gut health stuff.
Good stuff. Yeah.
And so she gave me some kefir seeds, and I've been able to.
You've been doing it.
Supply myself with a steady flow of kefir.
That's why you
to enhance my gut health.
Look like Jack Skeleton.
Well, it's helped me. It helped my sleep problem. it's since I've been focusing on my gut health a little bit.
That's super important for all you people out there listening.
And reeling in my
focus on your gut biome.
Yeah, and look,
big stuff.
Preserved food. I'm still not great, but I've kind of decreased the amount of preserved foods and tried to increase the amount of natural, preservative-free, fresh food that I've helped my muscle
You look healthy
mass.
though, honestly.
Yeah, well, my hair's gotten a little bit thicker too.
It'll do
since
it.
I focused on my gut health.
Dude, gut health produces everything.
And going back to what I said earlier, I lost 12 pounds between August and October, but since the end of football season, I've gained 5 pounds.
Well,
in, a week and a half, I've gained 5 pounds.
In the body, your body will hold on to toxins and like the walls of your intestines and stuff, and there's all kinds of different toxins.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it'll you wipe yourself out and do a detox. You'll shed some weight.
Yeah. My recommendation is Phil Collins' single "Take Me Home."
Tonight.
Take me home.
Yeah, that one.
It's a good song.
I've listened to it not on repeat. Also, I came across another one that usually I don't discover music from a band that I really like. Usually, like, I've already listened to all of it, but I came across a song that was on Fleetwood Mac's Tusk album that was remastered that I didn't know existed, that I discovered recently that was really, really good, that I've fallen in love with. Storms. It's a ballad sung by Stevie Nicks, the front lady of Fleetwood Mac, and it is incredible. The remastered.
I'm sure I've heard it before.
It's freaking
not
amazing.
ringing a bell right now, but I love Fleetwood
Well, I'll
Mac.
play it for you.
One of my all-time favorite bands.
They are Eagles, Fleetwood Mac, Daft Punk. Yeah, I know.
I don't knock Daft Punk. I really.
I'm not knocking Daft Punk, but you just went like
1, 2, and
woo! Yeah, 1, 2.
Hey, look. Those two guys. Do you know their names?
No.
Thomas Bangalter and Guy Manuel Diom and Cristo are their names.
Congratulations.
The fact that you know that.
Look, dude, when I was getting into college, I was a massive. I mean, I still am, but that's when I discovered Daft Punk, and I don't know. I just appreciate. I guess I appreciate them as musicians more so than I appreciate their music. But
they make great music. I agree.
They're so.
But they would never be in my top 3.
Around the world.
Yeah, they're in my top 3. And when you research them and you look into their story, but also like how much of an impact they've had on the music industry as a whole, not just their genre of music, but the entire music industry.
And Little Enos.
Paul Williams. Paul Williams.
Paul Williams.
Yeah, I saw him in a movie the other day, and I was like, "That's Paul Williams. What's he doing there?" Like, because I thought he quit acting, but it was in a recent movie.
Oh, really?
And it was a small role. It just kind of came out of
Paul
nowhere.
Williams from?
He was Little Enos.
He was
in
Little
Smokey
Enos
and the Bandit.
Smokey and the Bandit.
And he was on. He helped produce Random Access Memories, which was the 2014 album that Daft Punk came out with, that won them Album of the Year.
Okay.
And so when they went
New
up
England
there,
clam chowder.
when they went up there to make the speech, he spoke. I think Pharrell Williams spoke when they won Record of the Year at the Grammys, that same award show. But then when they won Album of the Year, I think Paul Williams spoke on their behalf, because they don't speak, they're robots, whatever.
Right.
Man, and they broke up.
You should dress like that for Halloween next year.
I can't find a.
Surely
Obviously, I would be the silver one because he's the taller one. I need somebody to be the gold one. Guy Man. I could be Thomas, but I need somebody else to be. Or you could be Thomas, and I could be Guy Man.
Okay.
Because you're tall.
I mean, I don't really want to dress like Daft Punk.
Around the world.
Give us your recommendation.
Okay. My recommendation. First one is the movie The Black Phone.
Yeah.
I heard that was not good.
Is
it?
Well, my son, he tried to get me to watch it for months and months and months, and I never would just take the time to do it. Well, the other day I had a little free time, and I was like, the girls are sitting here, watching Mr. Beast on YouTube, sitting in the living room. I was like, I'm going to try this Black Phone real quick. So I started watching it. Now, it's got some choice language in it, which, most movies do, but.
Especially in that genre.
Great story. It's set in the 70s. And it's about these little preteen kids that, keep going up missing, and there's this guy that abducts them, and it's really cool. Like, should I even talk about it?
Well, I mean,
that's your recommendation, absolutely.
Why wouldn't you?
Well, for people out there that haven't seen it.
I mean, don't spoil it, obviously.
Well, basically,
they all die.
Give us kind of a synopsis.
So the main character, he has a sister. They have a really tight relationship, and well, he ends up getting abducted, and it's by this guy named the Grabber. Ethan Hawke plays the Grabber.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Okay.
Ethan Hawke. Yeah,
The Mask.
So anyway, so he's down in this little basement area, and basically, like all the kids that have been abducted before him, there's this black phone in this basement that has been disconnected. There's no wires connected. It's old. Was it a rotary? Yeah, old rotary phone up on the wall.
And it was like, it's vertical, right? It's one
just
vertical,
sitting up on the
and
wall.
then boop with the curly cord.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was when I,
Hey, Sarah, get me Aunt B.
But anyway, so the phone keeps ringing,
It's me, it's Ernest.
and it's basically the spirits of the kids that have been abducted before him, and they're trying to give him information to try to help him escape. And it's really cool. It's really cool, and especially the way it ends and everything is really awesome. But
See, I heard the ending was now.
I dug it.
This was a freshman
No, don't
child
don't
that told
listen
me
to
this.
them. No.
So
He was
there's-
probably picking boogers and scrolling Facebook,
Exactly.
And eating
Instagram.
Tide Pods.
there's probably
Yeah.
wasn't a whole lot of depth to it.
Not
you
at
know?
all. No, but when you sit and watch it, you're like, okay.
Well, look, this is what you're going to get from a freshman. This movie sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
that's why you don't trust them.
Something else I guess I'll recommend too. Loki, season 2. Just finished it.
I haven't started watching the first season yet, but
Dude, watch the first season.
so good.
100% watch.
So the
Okay.
first
Oh,
season.
what was the other? WandaVision. WandaVision was.
I
good,
watched
too.
one.
Yeah,
Loki.
Loki-
That was good.
Loki's way better.
Loki's
though.
way better, but
I
WandaVision's
like-
good.
Yeah. What was the other one? There was another one that we thought was really good. Not Captain America and Winter
No,
Soldier.
not
That
that
Was it the
kind
one
of
with the Chinese guy?
No,
Moon Knight.
no, I never watched it.
It was okay. It wasn't bad. It was
So
entertaining.
there was another one we were like, man, this is so good. That was one of those series. I might be thinking. I might be thinking Obi-Wan.
This is the best by far. This may
Season
be
2?
this. Loki is an entire TV series, seasons 1 and 2.
Yeah.
May be the best thing Marvel's done since Endgame.
Oh, yeah. That's
May,
a low
like,
bar.
Like, well, I mean, but No Way
That's a
Home.
low
I wasn't
bar.
a big fan.
No
of
Way
Endgame.
Home. No Way Home. Wait, what
Did you just hear that?
say? No, what did you say?
I mean,
No Way Home.
okay, listen. It was a great
That is
movie.
true. That's a
It
solid
was,
one.
but I don't know, man. I just had a hard time just loving the fact that some of the greatest superheroes died out, which it had to happen.
Hey, it had to happen.
Had to happen. You lose Iron Man. How many other ones? Can't remember.
That was it.
Well,
Was it just Iron Man?
ScarJo.
The guy with
Black
the
Widow?
gem on his head? Yeah.
Vision.
I wasn't really a
Well,
Vision. I wasn't.
If you watch, have you?
Well, I did watch WandaVision.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's kind of back.
But was that post or pre? I couldn't keep up with it.
That's post.
That was
post.
post.
Okay.
Because that was Wanda dealing with the fact
The
that
loss.
he died.
Rather he lost, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No, Loki season 2. It. I'm not gonna spoil anything for you, but
Everybody dies.
No, it puts Loki in
a
a
different light.
in a spot where he's now basically
Controlling everything.
killing
everybody.
Okay. When we first meet Loki, what does Loki want?
World power.
He wants the throne of Asgard.
Power.
Correct.
Well,
That's all he's ever wanted.
He's
Yeah.
he's
He
wanted,
wanted to be acknowledged by his father.
he wanted power and he wanted to impress. Right. All I'll say is this:
he's blue. He
he got what he wanted, but he didn't want it. That's all I'm gonna say. And it's just good, man. They put a nice little. I'm not gonna say they put a nice little bow on it, but they did a really good
Sounds
job.
like the world today we live in. People just destroy everything around them to get something they thought they wanted. When they finally get there, they just realize it was.
Well, it's not tragic. It is tragic, but like it. Loki's here when we first meet him on the spectrum, like just a terrible human or a terrible thing, and then he ends up over here, but he gets what he wants by transitioning from bad to good, and he ends up getting what he wants even though he doesn't want it.
Thanks for spoiling the show for me.
Well, no, okay.
You
I
spoiled
can't.
it.
Gosh
Spoiled
dang
it.
it!
Spoiled it.
It's worth watching.
I'm not watching it now.
It's worth watching.
Not
It's
gonna
so
watch it.
good, guys. The TVA, it feels lostish to me because you kind of get lost in the mythology of the TVA a little
Well,
bit.
they jump around a lot in this.
and it's so good. Have you seen season 2?
No.
Dude.
All right, just stop talking about
Real
it.
quick, your take on the Marvels. I know you haven't seen it yet.
I'm not going to see it.
But have you read on it or know anything about it?
I don't really care about it.
Obviously Hollywood is trying to bump it up as being this great, wonderful thing since Endgame or whatever. But
it's not going to work.
Okay, I'm done.
Hold on. You want to look at the box? Let's look at the box office receipts right now.
No. Let's end this episode.
Hold on. I'm looking at the Marvel's box office. Oh, wow. $47 million opening. Lowest MCU opening weekend of all time. Anyway. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget, you can talk or go home.
Everybody, yeah.
Yeah.
Rock your body, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody, yeah. Rock your body right.
All right.
Backstreet's back. All right.